Number one. Did you space a secretary for your office? Find, found, was found, had found. Find. Space a secretary found for your office. Did, had, was, has, was. My uncle didn't remember the promise he space made. Has, had to, was. Had. My uncle didn't remember the promise that space made by him. Has, had been, was. Had been. Number 5. I space into a good family from the south of Egypt in 1976. Poor, was born, had been born, have been born. Was born. Number 6. I didn't answer any question. I had read it carefully. Because, until, so, once. Didn't hear, until. 7. When Mariam was young, she used to space in London. Lives, living, live, lived. Used to, live. Number 8. Space she was a little girl. She wanted to be an actress. Before, after, when, on. When. Number C. Number 9. He had space left the house when it began to rain. Recently, no sooner, hardly then. He had hardly left. Number 10. We went to bed. We had finished our jobs. Before, till, after, by the time. Had finished. Past perfect. After. Letter C. 11. The secretary space finished the report before the manager arrived. Had already, has already, had just, was already. Had already. Number 12. Before he space the machine, the medicine, he had eaten a sandwich. Had eaten, took, taking, was taken. Before, took. Number 13. Before the medicine, he had eaten a sandwich. Had taken, took, taking, was taken. Taking. Because there isn't any subject. Number 14. After before. Number 14. I didn't phone my friend until I space his email. Was received, have received, had received, receiving. Letter C. Had received. Until. Number 15. By the time the patient had already died. Was arriving, was arrived, had arrived, arrived. Arrived. By the time, after by the time, past simple. Number 16. The bus is based when I arrived at the station, so I didn't catch it. I didn't catch it. Leaves, hadn't left, has left, had left. Had left. Number 17. The bus is based when I arrived at the station, so I didn't miss it. Miss. Leaves, left, has left, had left. Left. 18. By the year 2004, my wife space her university studies was finished, had been finished, had finished, finishes. Had finished. 19. Mr. Muhammad bought a car after he spaced how to drive. Learning, being learned, had learned, having learned. After had learned. 20. Mr. Muhammad bought a car after how to drive. Learning, being learned, had learned, learned. After without subject. Learning. 21. We spaced Aswan many times before, but last winter we enjoyed ourselves more than ever. Were visiting, were visited, have visited, had visited. Had visited. 22. I had my lunch after that. I spaced to bed. After that, had gone, went, go, gone. After that, equal, before. Went. 23. Thousands of thousands of machines space produced before the factory was closed. Number 23. Thousands of machines space produced before the factory was closed. Has been, had been, was. Had been, passive. 24. Space taken to aspirins. I felt a lot better after, on, while, having. Having. Because here past participle. 25. By the time she was 14, her father, all his money, had spent, was spending, has spent. Had spent. 26. He missed the bus because he is up late. Gets, has got, had got, was getting. Had got. Past perfect. 27. As soon as he had arrived home, his base TV was watching, watched, has watched, had watched. watched. 28. When I space home that evening, my parents had gone out for a walk. Came, come, have come, had come. Came. 29. Hardly had the singer finished his song when all fans cheered, had cheered, have cheered, cheer, cheered. 30. Having space her homework, Rodina went out for a walk with her father. Did, doing, has done, done, having, having plus past participle, done. 31. I had finished the report. After that, I space it to the manager. Gave, had given, was giving, has given. After that, equal before. Give, past participle, past simple. Past simple. 32. He space a prison because he had committed several crimes. Was gone, was gone, was gone, was going, had gone, went. Went. 33. He is based to prison because he had committed several crimes. Was sent, was sending, had sent, sent. Was sent. Passive. 34. When she went out to play, she space already done her homework. Was, has, had, was. To was here. Has or had. Here when. Had. 35. He space to sit down until he had apologized. Didn't allow, doesn't allow, wasn't allowed, hadn't allowed. Wasn't allowed. 36. Ahmad was crying because his base over. Has fallen, was fallen, had been fallen. Had fallen. I went shopping. That was an hour before I started to prepare dinner. Which of the following gives the nearest meaning to this quotation, to this quotation? This. I went shopping. That was an hour before I started to prepare dinner. This is quotation. As soon as I had gone shopping, I started to prepare dinner. As soon as I had done the shopping, I started to prepare dinner. On going shopping, I started to prepare dinner. An hour after I had done for shopping, I started to prepare dinner. Number D or letter D. 38. I called him, so he left the office. This means he had left by the time I called him. He didn't leave after I had called him. He left just before I called him. He didn't leave until I had called him. Letter D. 39. Having done her homework, Sayed went out to play. This means that having done her homework, she went out to play. This means that she went out to play just before doing homework. She didn't go out to play until she had done her homework. She didn't do her homework until she had gone out to play. She went out to play after that she had done her homework. Letter B. She didn't go out to play until she had done her homework. 40. While drinking juice, Sama was chatting with her friends online. This means that Sama was drinking juice. Sama's friends were drinking juice. Sama and her friends were drinking juice. Sama said her friends were not drinking juice. Letter A. Sama was drinking juice. 41. Feeling tired, Ahmed preferred not to go to school. Ahmed went to school although he was tired. Feeling well, Ahmed preferred not to go to school. Ahmed felt unwell, so he preferred to stay at home. Not feeling well, Ahmed preferred to go to school. Letter C. Thank you.